Greetings, football lovers. We are back with another installment of the Yellow Corner. After a 2-week break, we are back previewing Mamelodi Sundowns Football Club matches. And this time we're previewing our Group A, first game of the group, as we take on Nouadhibou from Mauritania on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock at Loftus Versfeld. Raps, how's it?
Ke mnate aizo wena.
No, I'm good, man. You look sleepy, man. What's up?
Ke grand, ke sharp.
You look like you look tired, man. Ka re ke mokgathala wa December wa noka no way.
And I think it is because of this heat wave that we're experiencing.
Yeah, no, man. It is what it is, man. But yeah, perhaps before we start the preview of this important match, I think there's only one place to start, man. We need to start by congratulating our ladies team, man, on winning yet another CAF Champions League on Sunday night as they beat Moroccan side SC Casablanca 3-0 in a great display. Yeah, a cup final, man. Those ladies can proper ball, man. Yeah, a huge congratulations to our ladies, man. They've honestly done us proud, man. To the whole club, the technical team, and Coach Jerry Chabalala, man, and head troops, man. Really, really proud, man. And a great and entertaining match, and more so a very convincing win, eh?
Yeah, no, I think first of all we need to congratulate our ladies team and also our technical team. I think we knew that we are the favorites in this competition, and I'm glad that we went all out and managed to win this CAF Champions League. So we have won it 2 times. So I believe that even next season we are still going to defend our trophy, because of, you look at our ladies team and the opponents that they faced in this CAF Champions League. The gap, man, is a little bit huge. I think our ladies, they are more experienced, and also we have a competitive league this season in the Hollywood league. I think this season it is little bit competitive, so I think it helped our ladies as well in terms of fighting and winning the CAF Champions League. So congratulations to them and also the technical team of the whole.
Absolutely, man. From one team, our ladies team conquering Africa, to the boys doing us proud, winning the inaugural AFL, man. A huge congratulations to the club, man. They really did well. They were the best team in the tournament. I think we've been the best team in Africa in the last maybe 12 plus months, you know. Yes, we didn't win the Champions League, but hey, man, it's not always won by the best team, and we lost
Yeah.
out having not lost a match. So a huge congratulations to Manjita as well as Coach Vulani, man. We're celebrating two black coaches doing so well in Africa, man. I just want to hear from you. What does this mean, do? What does this win mean for Sundowns, and what will it do for them? You know, what message will it send to the rest of Africa as we start this Champions League journey?
I think for us it shows that we are moving towards the right direction, and it shows that the investments that we've made in the past, we are getting those rewards. So I think it shows that the sacrifices that we've made as a team. But in terms of to our rivals, I think it shows that we can compete, and we have the best team and the best technical team to compete and go all out and win continental trophies convincingly. And we've shown also that with good football we can still get a good results. I think as much as one would say you have to implement the dark art of football in order to conquer Africa, but we shouldn't lose our identity in terms of playing good football and winning convincingly, and that's what fans also wants to see.
Yeah, no, I think perhaps this victory will give the boys so much confidence going into this year's Champions League. I think I was watching Soccer Africa last week, and Coach Ulani spoke about in one of the games where at halftime he went and spoke Lemajita, and he said to them he doesn't think, or we believe in them, uh, they believe in themselves the way we believe in them. I think this win will give them so much self belief, and to the rivals, they now know it's not easy now playing Sundowns. We will beat you in the field properly with how we play, and then we will do to you what you always do to us to win the matches. So I think everyone is gonna be so cautious when approaching Mamelodi Sundowns in this year's Champions League, and hopefully this will help bring us a victory that we so much deserve, man. We deserve to win. We deserve to win this trophy, man. And hopefully
And
this is.
also, I think in this CAF Champions League, we are the team to beat. I think all eyes will be on Mamelodi Sundowns because of one, we have won the African Football League, and also the type of football that we have played. And in this AFL, I think we had the opportunity to listen to the uh, Egyptian media, to the Moroccan media, and they spoke highly of Mamelodi Sundowns. So I think this season Champions League, I think as much as winning AFL, we will also motivate us. But I think teams now will approach us differently because of how we have performed in the AFL. So we are the team to beat, and also the eyes are on Mamelodi Sundowns in this CAF Champions League. As much as we know, Al Ahly, one would say they are the favorites, but you can't write Mamelodi Sundowns off because of what they've did in the AFL as well.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Perhaps before we get into this preview, man, I want us to talk about something Thabiso, when I see it. I think Mamelodi Sundowns has finally realized what they have in their hands, and they are now taking advantage of it. They are now finally taking the management is finally taking advantage of the success that's been happening on the field. The reason I say this is because in recent weeks, in the last few days, man, when you go to Netflix, you see Sundowns. One last week, I think it was last week Friday. There's what do you call this? A movie that dropped. That's I think it's called the Queenstown Kings. It's centered around Mamelodi Sundowns in a way. A family that has had players, generations playing for Mamelodi Sundowns, from the granddad to the son and the grandson. I enjoyed that movie, man. There's a coach there whose character is really really entertaining, man. So I'd suggest that people go watch it. Omye po omye. Kind of does it say omye po omye po, something like that, man. He's a really really
Yeah.
fun character. But yeah, there's that, and as well as a documentary that dropped on the 22nd of November, yeah, Banyana Style. It captures our road to glory to the 2021 CAF Champions League. So I'm really, really loving what Sundowns is doing. The management of Sundowns is now doing to brand Mamelodi Sundowns. With that said, I think now it's actually before I get there, and there's a lot that they are doing to make sure that they are bums on the seat at the games that Sundowns. And I think it's only fair now that we meet the club halfway. They've gone out of their way to attract us to the games that Sundowns, and it's only fair we meet them halfway and attend more games in numbers, the games are Sundowns. So big ups to the club for what they are doing off the field, man. I mean, the social media content, it's up there. You constantly seeing the a post their Sundowns, almost not even almost every day. Every day there's something that is you see on social media with regards to Sundowns. So I take my hat off to the club with regards to that. Anything you wanna add?
Yeah, no, I think we are tapping into the global market this time. I think uh, our team being on Netflix, I think will give the team exposure in the global, and also uh, I think it will benefit Sundowns going forward. And I think we are doing well in that aspect in terms of what we do off the field. And I believe our partnership with Rock Nation, I think, has helped us very, very well because of it is a global organization. So I believe, I think we are doing very well. And as Mamelodi Sundowns fans, Lorena, let's try to document our team as well. Like what Fan Vlog is doing, the yellow corner, and also Masandawana you can basically make the clips of the supporters, let's say Brancha Sharpville or Brancha Soldier Group, what's it video ka taxing, little amol to the stadium. Correct. We try to document our team because of in the next 20 years, maybe the fan vlog won't be there, the yellow corner won't be there, but the clips or what we have documented will live forever, and the next generation might have the privilege to watch Mamelodi Sundowns, yeah, 20 years back. Because of Rona, my generation, I find difficult to watch what the generation of Mambush, Roger Fetumba as well. But I think with this generation, if we can document enough of Mamelodi Sundowns, the next generation will be in a better place in terms of accessing the history of Mamelodi Sundowns. So I think as the team and as the fans, we should document our team.
Absolutely, absolutely. Really love your point there, man. Let's get into the CAF Champions League because that's what we're here for, man. We're in the Group A of this season's CAF Champions League, and the clubs joining us in this group: Key Pyramids, as well as TP Mazembe and Nouadhibou. Kind of know it again. Spoke to Neo before we started shooting, and he told me how to pronounce the name. So I can't always Nouadhibou, something along those lines. Apologies if I'm getting it wrong, guys. Who do you think will advance to the knockout stages, and do you think this club will be the one where everyone looks to get a maximum points from?
Yeah, no, I think everyone knows that Sandals are the favorites, and TP Mazembe and Pyramids are likely to fight for the second spot. But I think Nouadhibou might surprise us. You look at what's happening in the FIFA qualifiers recently. You look at the teams that are number one and number two. We don't think that those teams will be there. So I think Nouadhibou, as much as in the CAF Champions League, they haven't achieved what TP Mazembe and Mamelodi Sundowns have achieved. But you can't just write them off because of they might surprise us. So I think as much as the teams, the Pyramids, Mazembe and Mamelodi Sundowns will look at Nouadhibou and say we can pick 6 points from this team home and away, but they might surprise us, maybe finish in the second spot. But I think Sundowns are the favorites to finish first, and I think Mazembe and Pyramids they'll fight for the second spot. But Nouadhibou, I don't write them off because of anything can happen.
Yeah, no, I think Sundowns will definitely win the group. I think Pyramids might just edge the second spot and Mazembe third. But I think it won't be easy for the other three. I think any of the three will make the knockout stages. But I think the number one spot will definitely go to Sundown. So yeah, it should be an interesting group. Let's look at their form, Nouadhibou in the league. They are currently first. They have played 7 games. They have drawn 2 of those games. They've won 5 and lost 0. They have scored 13 goals, conceded 2. Their goal difference is 11, and they are currently on 17 points. You look at their expected goals, their XG for goals for is 1.86 and against is 0.29, which is excellent when you look at that. So another thing with regards to this preview, guys, that there isn't much on the net in terms of visuals when it comes to this team. So we relied more on the statistics when preparing for this preview. So hopefully, as the group stages progress, we'll get more clips and be able to analyze them properly so that next time we play them, we know exactly what to expect, man. But speaking of what we can expect from both teams, ups, and I think the fact that they got to South Africa on Monday, 6 days before the game, will help them, settle and acclimatize to everything that has to do with South Africa. I think this is ample time for them to prepare for this game. Ne? And with Sundowns, I think Coach Hulani will give a lot of guys coming back from injuries a chance. I do not think our players who are Bafana internationals will play because these guys haven't had a rest. After that AFL final, Monday, I think they went straight to the Bafana camp, whereas the guys who were not selected for international duty, they were given a few days to relax, So, and with the tight schedule that we going into in the month of December, I expect a few guys to from the Bafana squad to not take part in this game. Ne? I think, like you said, this game will be tough. I expect Sundowns to win this game, ne? But I think it will be tough. I mean, you look at the fact that these guys in the preliminary rounds they knocked out Al Ali Tripoli from Libya, which is a bigger team than them. So you look at that, and then you look at the fact that you mentioned earlier on in terms of the African World Cup qualifiers, 2026 World Cup qualifiers. The results we've been seeing them and they're shocking. Nigeria have failed to get maximum points in their first two games. Ghana lost to Comoros. So Bafana lost 2-0 to Ghana King Country Rwanda. So you look at those factors, and the fact that these guys have made the CAF Champions League group stage tells you everything that you need to know about them. Continental football is not easy at all, so it won't be an easy game. But with that said, I expect Coach Rulani to make sure the guys don't drop their levels. They go into this match and win it convincingly and continue to send a clear message to the rest of the continent. This team, then, I think they will keep it tight in the first half. I think they will play on transition. I don't think they will give it a go instantly, So I think they will keep it tight, ne? And they are a very dangerous team ka second half. In the 13 goals that they've scored in their league, 11 of those came the second half, ne? And then 25% of their goals come between the 71st and the 80th minute. And then 33% of their goals come between the 81st and the 90th minute. So we need to make sure, second half, if the game is still level, we really, really careful. Yes, the league might not be the same as ours, but the fact that they are such a good second half team, we need to be cautious of that. The one thing that I'll always mention when you play such teams is that this is a chance for their players to sell themselves. I think them being the best team in Mauritania, they still want to come and play in South Africa. I think the worst team, the team that's number 16 in the DStv Premiership, it will still be more attractive to them than the first team, the team number 1 in Mauritania. So this is an opportunity for them to sell themselves, and those players will be very dangerous because these guys are hungry. They want to prove a point, and they will give it a go. Lastly, in terms of okay, maybe I'll talk about this when we talk about the lineups. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think in the start of the preview, I mentioned the heat wave that we are currently experiencing. So I think them arriving very early, I think it will help them so that they in the pitch they won't suffer because of during the week in the training sessions they've trained under the heat. So I think for them it won't be hard like a team that arrives 2 days before the match. And also they are playing away. And I look at their stats where they played away. they are more impressive. I think in the league they've got more wins away, they've scored more goals away, and also in the league away they haven't conceded and they've collected more points and they've kept a clean sheet in all their away games in the league. So I think that's very impressive. And also in the in away games in the CAF Champions League, they managed to score 3 goals away when they played the Real Bamako. So I think they are coming to Pretoria knowing that they are facing a big team, which is Mamelodi Sundowns. But you look at their away stats, I think their away stats will be the motivation to them so that they go into this game knowing that getting a win it will be tough for us, but getting a draw it will be much better because of we are playing a good team and also we are playing away. And you spoke about how they've managed to score a lot of goals towards the end of the game. In their preliminary round in the CAF Champions League, they've scored 6 goals, and five of them came in the last 20 minutes of the game. So that shows that towards the end of the game, this team it is dangerous. So for Mamelodi Sundowns, I think we have to be cautious and we have to be very observant from the start and until the last minute of the game. But I think this team will come into South Africa knowing that a draw will be better results. And also, you spoke about how dangerous it is playing a team like Nouadhibou. As much as they are not the favorites, but them arriving in South Africa knowing that the exposure that this team will give their players individual. But as much as that might be a motivation for them, but I think it can be a disadvantage because of in these games we are likely to see the star player being selfish, trying to chase for personal glory because of he wants his face on the front page. So I think that might be the downfall of the team in that regard. But I think Mamelodi Sundowns will go into this game knowing that we have to play players that haven't featured much. So I believe this is an opportunity for players like Mayema to start and also get those minutes under his belt because of some players haven't featured much. So I think there's an opportunity for some of our players to get the game time and also to fight for that regular spot within the starting 11. And I think Sundowns in this game will start by trying to score an early goal so that they settle very well and they dominate the game from the start until the finish. But from Nouadhibou, I think for them, do you know that if we go to the interval without conceding a goal, we are likely to come out of Pretoria with a point. So I think the first 45 minutes will be important to Mamelodi Sundowns in terms of trying to get an early goal, and for Nouadhibou trying to keep a clean sheet in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, no, interesting game coming this weekend, man. Let's get into the lineups. How will you line up, Pops?
Yeah, my lineup, I'll start Riyad Peters at the back. Then my back four, I will have Grant Kekan as my right back, Gautier and Lebusa as my center backs. Then Teres Mashiko as my left back. Then I'll have Zungu as my DLP. Then my two number eight will be Bukulisi and Mayema. Then my front three will be Sereno, Mendieta, and Shalulili.
All right, that's a really good lineup, man. I'm just worried, River. He was on crutches. AFL final. I hope it's nothing serious. I hope it was just a precaution. But yeah, then I have a lot of changes to my team. I think we'll revert to that system that we started the season with, the 4-2-4 or 2-2-2-4, whichever way you look at it. I'll have Dennis at number one, Mabue right back, the hook, and Musa Lebusa, my center backs, Mashiko left back, and then I'll have both Mabue and Mashiko inverting, forming part of the box with Zungu and Mkulise, and they can both be in front of Zungu and Mkulise as they invert. And then my front four will be Sereno, Ribeiro, Shalulile, and Maseko. Score prediction?
I think we'll beat them 4-1.
4-1. Okay. I think it will be a 4-0 win for us. A difficult one. Yes, the scoreline will say 4-0, but I don't think it will be an easy one. And yeah, that's where we ended Masandawana. But before we end it, it will be disrespectful of us if we don't end it by thanking you guys for getting us to 1,000 subscribers. Man, we really appreciate your continued support, and hopefully from here on we will push on to 2,000 and grow this channel of ours. It's ours really, me, myself and Rapelang and Maestro and all the other guests that we normally have are just the mouthpiece, but this is for everyone. So thank you very much, guys. Let's go and get to 2,000 quicker than we got to 1,000. Next time you see us will be on Monday as we preview the Tshwane Derby as we travel away to Supersport United next week Wednesday. Until then, Chap Masandawana, Chap Umdogish.
Sharp, guys. Sharp, Aizu.